Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It's so nice to see you. I hope you're all able to see me clearly. I'm just going to get myself in the scene. Just a show of hands, please, if it's okay that you are able to hear me clearly. Nice to see you, everybody. Shri, Karen, I'm glad that you're able to join. This is our final session for this term of radical wellness, and what a journey it has been, going through COVID, coming out, and then those 5 days of lockdown, which brought in a level of nervousness for all of us. But hey, we survived it. And I think looking back, can I say, and I'm sure you'll agree with me on this, that we are so fortunate to be in this beautiful country, isn't it? Like, look at what is happening in the world around us. So there is a reason for us to be grateful, reason for us to be, just express this grace that has been bestowed upon us. So, friends, without further ado, I've got some really great content today, and I am going to bring this up and share my screen in a moment. I'm hoping that every one of you is in a position to see what I am sharing on my screen. I also, before I start, want to thank Monique, who has tirelessly been here with me, helping me with, working out and organizing in the back end as my co-host. So I am really grateful to her for the support that she has extended on a consistent basis. So uh, today's sort of class, or today's presentation, is going to be on this chapter of soul. Now, I know the subject of soul stirs up lots of meanings in lots of different people, of different thoughts, different belief systems, and different cultures. So I'm going to try and make it as uniform as possible. I dedicate this session to my dad, Colonel Dhir, who is currently, he lives in America, ex-Indian Army. He fought 2 wars, but he's a dad. He's more than dad. He's a friend and a man who's dedicated to serving others. I was truly inspired to get on this journey of exploring outside my realm of a narrow focus of medicine through his inspiration, through his work. So I'm truly grateful and fortunate to have him as my father. Friends, the pillar of the soul, as they say, the health of your body is a reflection of the health of your soul. It is so pertinent that if your soul is healthy, if you're spiritually healthy, and a lot of people mistake this, spiritually doesn't necessarily mean going to church every Sunday morning, because a lot of us attach different meaning to it. So we will talk about that in this presentation. But I feel that a lot of people think that the journey starts from mind up to the soul, and in many ways that is correct for many of us. But in real sense, the flow of energy, the flow of effect, this is how I have come to understand, comes down from the level of the soul to the heart, to the gut, to the body, and then to the mind. So it's those spiritual realizations, those aha moments that cause a shift in the mind, which is our thinking process. So once again, going through this very quickly, the mind is the seat of information, body has the experience, the gut develops the intuition, the heart then begins to have that knowing or clarity, and that is when we say that the soul has found its purpose. So very quickly, who do you listen to? This applies to any and every area of your life. Doesn't matter whether it is health, finances, relationships. Who do you listen to? Have they got what I want? Are they authentic, and can they communicate effectively? Working on our own teachability index, willingness to learn and willingness to create change, is really the main determinant whether we can translate this information into tangible action. And the why and the how scale, which the why is really, sorry, I'm going a little bit fast, but I'm hoping that People are up to speed with this. It is purely a revision. It is purely a rewiring. So the why and the how, and it's the why that determines your thinking, your mindset, and your intention that determines outcomes. But what is most important is, friends, how do your feeling can create your healing. And I think the feeling state is really around, your intention, whether you are in a state of clear intent or focus, or are you confused most of the time? Do you have a sense of belief, or do you doubt everything? Do you focus on what you want most of the times, or do you focus on what you don't want? And then making this conscious transition from that unconscious incompetence to unconscious competence. And that's where, friends, it comes to this whole topic of healing. We touched upon it last time briefly, but I have often contemplated and I have had deep conversations with, in my view, people who are enlightened, experienced on the subject of healing. And I, I have a question for you. What does healing mean for you? See, we all seek healing. It doesn't mean that you have to have a disease or a diagnosis for you to become healed. I think healing is a process. Our environment needs to heal. We need to heal. Whether it's a relationship that needs to heal, whether it's a business, if it is not thriving, I feel the business needs to heal. Now, you could translate that into any area of your life. And I think there is a shift in our consciousness between how we refer to healing in the 20th century. It's a millennial change in our thought, in our understanding. And the word to use, or the word that I choose to use here, is in our consciousness, in our awareness. See, if you looked at people pre-World War, or like let's even say like last century, there was this thing that there is a disease that needs to be fixed with a tablet, with a medication. That is what will lead to a treatment and a cure and a healing. Well, in 21st century, that has shifted its meaning. We have gone from a cause to a story. We love to embellish ourselves in a story. How many of you agree on this? Just a show of hands. We have become more complex. We have become more intuitive. We have become, thank you to everybody who sort of showed their hands. The story is what actually determines what is happening in our lives. What is it that we are telling us? We take a while to transition, to go from the crust to the core. The core is just like peeling back the layers of the onion. That is an analogy that is used quite often, because as we are beginning to understand in the field of psychoneuroimmunology that our immune system is totally affected by our thoughts. And that is something which we did not understand, or even if we understood, we did not actually absorb it in the core of our hearts. But now we are beginning to develop that consciousness that, our thoughts are affecting our immune system. And that is where the whole concept of, a holistic and integrated approach to healing is coming in. Integrated approach to business entrepreneurship. All those things are creating this shift in our consciousness. See, they say eyes are the window to the soul. I totally agree with that. But I think there is a different meaning to it. And what I mean by that is a lot of us think that, what, you look into someone's eyes and you see their soul. Well, okay, I understand that could be one part to the story, but I'll give you a small analogy. I had visited a friend of mine, this is pre-COVID, who had recently moved into Melbourne CBD, and he was in a top story apartment, like he was really keen for us to visit him and all of that, which we did. And, when I was going through the busy street, there was a lot of street noise. There was cabs and people and horns and noises and all of that, So I thought, oh my God, gee, it's a busy street to be living in. Anyways, as I was going up the escalator to his apartment, and when he took me to the balcony, and this is the view that we got, and it just totally blew my mind away. What a view it was. He had taken me from ground level to level 15 to get up to that level, to get that view, to experience that perspective. Now, why am I talking about it today? Friends, what I'm trying to get at over here is that if we are viewing life from a platform of being caught in the messiness of things. I use the word messiness, like we all find that we are all caught in a mess sometimes. And we think that this is the reality. This is it. We are going to be stuck over here for the rest of our lives. This is the story that we tell ourselves. But have you ever seen someone, or have you known any example of a person in your life who decided to pay the price of elevating themselves to the next level? To the next level. Pay the price by working on themselves, not trying to fix the outside. And when you elevate your level, you start to see a different perspective. You start to pull yourself out of the situation, and you start to develop that awareness to step back, just to step out of the situation. And I think that is a big epiphany. It was a big epiphany for me. Can I just ask you, do you feel the same? Is this something that resonates with you? Is this something that, thank you, Shri and Pete. I'm grateful for, the fact that I have got people who understand that we have to start viewing our own journey of our existence on this planet now from a different platform. All of this was happening for us rather than to us. And see, as human beings, there's one thing that we always have, and that is called choice. I refer to choice as free will. We always have this ability to pick and choose whether we choose to act on our own values. And for that, you have to know your values. Say, if your value is integrity, do you choose to value and act on integrity every time you have a choice? You might have a choice to quietly do something which no one else is seeing. No one is observing you. You could do anything that you choose to do because no one's observing you. But then the question is, do you act on your values or not? And I think that is where we have become a totally new species, because the more I'm reading, the more I'm elaborating and sort of taking a deep dive in the subject of healing in the space of health and wellness. When I see patients who are experiencing problems with diabetes, with cancer, with obesity, with significant gastroesophageal reflux, I feel it's not just about giving a prescription to them. I feel there is a whole story behind that person. Now, I'm not trying to get into the story of each individual because I won't have enough time, but I am studying. I have become a student of this. And I feel that in today's day and age, we've got so much choice of technology, consumables, food, and all of that, that we are leading a meaningless life. And I'll explain that a little bit further. Now, I'm sure you guys know this, and I often present Robin Williams, as you all know. His movie Mrs. Doubtfire made a significant impact on my mind. I remember once traveling to America with my kids, and we decided to watch the movie in a synchronized way. That means they were all in their own seats. We had our headphones on, and we were laughing at the same time. That was hilarious. It was like a moment that is still etched in my mind. And we had so much fun. Like, for those of you who are parents, I'm sure you would relate to this, that there was so much fun. So I'm forever indebted to this man for allowing me to create those memories. But the sad part of the story was that Robin Williams left this planet on 2014, and sadly, he committed a suicide. What breaks my heart is the man who made everybody laugh and put a smile on their face at times when they were feeling low, took his own life because he was frustrated. He had, those that unresolved business, unfinished business, as we call it, that was creating a whole heap of mental turmoil. And I feel, friends, this is my belief. And I want to share this with you. It's only a belief, and I don't have any evidence to prove it, that it is not a crisis in mental health, it's a crisis in spiritual health. And I don't want you to agree with me, but I'm just sharing my views over here because at some point in our lives, we have lost track of the meaning that we associate with suffering. And what we do is we are seeing in the physical existence, we are seeing that the mental health issues and mood disorders is on the rise in our community, in our society, in our country, and in the world as a whole. Suicide is one of the highest reasons for emotional and physical trauma in the teenage groups, which is devastating. These are the people who are in the prime of their life, in the prime of their productive life. And the reason is that we talk about things like midlife crisis, and it is nothing else but a gap that we have created between our identity for the world outside and the real us, because we have not taken time to explore what does that real me mean. It is like this man, Greg, who has spent his most of his productive life watching every episode of Netflix twice. Now, I was referring when I was researching for this, I came across this beautiful blog on this. And if you want to check it out, it's a great read on the Atlantic. Just search it, the Atlantic. And my question was that have we lost a sense of meaning? And this article actually talks about how our smartphones, and by smartphones, it's not just the phone, it's how our devices, how technology has caused almost a generation to lose their whole meaning, their way of connecting. And this is creating subtle issues like anxiety, brain fog on one side, and then panic disorders, ADHD, and all those spectrum disorders that we hear about. So I think we need to reflect on Pablo's Picasso's words, who said, the meaning of life is to find your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away. What I mean by that, friends, is where do we find meaning in life? And I have found that your work, whatever work you may do, whether you work as a medical practitioner, whether you work as a pharmacist, as a dietitian, as a teacher, whatever you may be doing, there is meaning in why you are there. It causes you to think not just about yourself, but about the existence or the cohesion that exists in this life. Then is in love. If you have a relationship with anyone, whether it's your pet, I don't care, but there is meaning in that relationship. And there is meaning in suffering. Now, I use word suffering more to synonymous to pain. If there's any sort of pain in one's life, there is meaning behind it. And I think the we attach meaning to work and to love or to relationships, but to find meaning in pain, that is something which is very hard, because a lot of people say, why am I suffering? Look at that person. It's because of them that I'm suffering or I have pain today. But this book, Man's Search for Meaning, is an amazing classic. If you haven't read it, I'll urge you to have a look at it, by Viktor Frankl, a Jewish psychiatrist who spent the war years in the concentration camp. And he said that if there is meaning in life, there must be meaning in suffering too. And what a powerful sort of, if you just listen to him, if you just read this book, you can finish it in a couple of hours. He said, everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, is to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Once again, he's referring to that choice that we all have, that free will that we all have. So, friends, we talk about, how do we get into this creative state? Because what I've seen is when I get myself into negative or low energy states, the one thing that happens is that it causes me to lose my creativity, my ability to shift. See, your ability to pivot is also a creative ability. And I think we take there is a transition process to go from shock. Anytime we get any bad news, we go into a state of shock. Like when COVID happened, everyone was in a state of shock. Then there was anger following that. People were angry at, why are our businesses being closed? Why is our freedom being restricted? And that anger was followed by sadness. But then from sadness, we transition to acceptance. Because if you remain in sadness, well, you will remain stuck there. We have to transition from sadness to acceptance and then to letting go, because what that does is it allows us to get into a creative state. And don't forget that concept of transition has allowed some businesses to flourish in the COVID times. Not every business has gone down. And many businesses went down because they were not creative enough to let go of the old and embrace the new. I hope you're agreeing with me. Thumbs up, please, if this is resonating with you. Because understanding this is critical, friends, that if you do not embrace the new, you'll be stuck in the past. And this piece of information may sound too technical to you, but I'll tell you, if you just stick with me, I'll make a genuine attempt to make it simple for you. Our body is made up of cells. There are at least 1 trillion cells in our body, maybe more. I haven't counted. But the point I'm making is, in the cells, there is this one structure which is called the microtubule. Microtubule is just, the best way to look at a microtubule is it's like the framework. Before you build a house, you build a frame for the house. It's like the skeleton. It's the framework. Now, microtubules are influenced by the electromagnetic field. Now, anytime the body is creating new cells, it has to first make the microtubules. All right. These microtubules then form the framework, and around which the cell starts to organize. This is the nucleus. This is this. This is this. So we won't go into the details of that. But this particular paper, which I'll present to you in a brief moment, actually studied how microtubules have an electromagnetic field of their own, but it doesn't end there. They are also influenced by the electromagnetic field of your environment, of your body. And what is critical is they found that each cell has got less than 1.4 millivolts of power in it because of that arrangement in it. This paper essentially has studied that in depth. It was published in the Journal of Biology and Physiology. And what I'm trying to get at is the simple concept that your electromagnetic field of what you are creating with the thoughts is affecting your biology, how your body is reacting and rehearsing to this. So let me tie this up with what I'm trying to say. As your body is transforming, and our body is transforming every second, our body is losing like 1 million cells, and every second our body is making 1 million cells. Oh, there you go, you made 1 million cells just now, but you also lost 1 million cells. So there is this rapid transformation which is happening, and this word consciousness is nothing else but your awareness. This is what is creating this electromagnetic field around it. Now, my body was changing over the years. Look at this, like this baby that was born in 1971 is now almost turning 50. Yes. The thing is, when I came to this realization that we all have this biography, this story that we are telling to ourselves, and that story is turning into our biology, which means the structure of our cells, how we are modifying, how we are evolving, whether we are able to repair and regenerate, or are we just going into a state where we cannot repair and regenerate. And that is what leads to diminishing reserve, which creates diabetes, heart problems. How many of you are getting this? How many of you feel that this is actually relevant? I get it. I get it. Because, friends, understanding that just like our body has got a fingerprint, our soul has got a soul print as well. You came imprinted with a certain degree of thought process, and your life mission was imprinted. It is your duty now to observe and find that purpose, that mission that you were sent here for. And the way to find it is that, what is it that you want to sort of learn more about? What is it that allows you, that excites you? And this is where these are the three guiding principles that I have used to find my own purpose. Now, I'm not saying that I have reached there and that is it for me. Our purpose is always evolving. The story is always evolving. But the way it stands today, I've found that it has to be a win, win, and a win purpose. That means if I win, doesn't mean that I take away from you and then I win. If I win, then you win too. So it's a win-win situation. If I'm giving you something, then I want you to really benefit from it. Then only it's a win-win situation. But what is more important is that the world has to be a better place as we all win. That means we have to take care of not just each other, but of the people around us, this beautiful world that we live in. And how do you find your purpose? These are just some ideas. They are by no means, I'm trying to say over here that this is an absolute. I feel silence is gold. Silence allows an individual to find their true values. I also feel that what gets you to forget about sleep and food, it's an idea that really takes over you. Also, what wakes you up in the morning. These are the concepts. And for me, journaling is a big thing. It allows me to get clarity on what is really that matters in my life. And I think this is really important to keep in mind, that nature walks, time in silence, spending time with nature and journaling are really key things. See, we all have been blessed with a beautiful, blessed life. Truly, the process is that we have to firstly, and this is again tied with, your purpose is a gift. It's like a blessing that you have. Now, you have to use that gift, that blessing, to be a blessing for someone else. This means, how do you use it for others? And when you use that, then we have to learn to master both internal, external worlds. Then we realize that, and then you become a recipient of blessings. That's what we are all seeking. A healing is nothing else but a blessing that has been bestowed upon you. Now, yes, that is, I'm using a term of blessing is used more in the context of religious terms. But friends, a blessing is a wish that I'm sending from my heart to yours. That's a blessing for you. So let's not get stuck in the semantics. Let's go in the deeper meaning that is behind all of them. And sometimes I look at it this way: COVID caused us to slow down. And sometimes slowing down is the most precious gift we can give to ourselves. So many companies, I was talking to a friend of mine whose company was spending millions of dollars flying people from one place to the other, a big IT company. They were spending millions of dollars. And guess what? They realized there's no need for doing that. We can do it over Zoom. We can do it over Microsoft Teams or other platforms. We don't need to do that. And that is COVID's gift to us. Slowing down allowed us to innovate. So I hope this is making sense to whatever sort of, I am making. On that note, friends, I want to share something really personal with you. I want to share what is my vision for the future. And my vision for my future is to create the Heal Center Resort. I call it the resort because this is the last resort for whole health, wellness, and a soul based healing. This is a physical facility which will form a bridge between the science of modern medicine and the art of traditional healing. This is my vision. This is what I want to, and I declare it in front of you so that you all can, whoever is on this call, will hold me accountable for it. That is like, I believe in it, but I'm sharing this with you in faith, in a spirit that we are connected and we are on this journey together. Lastly, as we said, I want to tie all of this together for you in these last two slides. And I would say health is only valued, friends, when it is lost. This is important to understand that we are not only talking about our physical health, we're talking about spiritual health, mental health, and also our future. Future is critical. If you're not investing in your own self, in your self care, and care of your future self, you are going to miss the point. So, this is where it is important. My message all through has been that your feeling can create your healing. And the basis of disease, disillusionment, and disintegration is these three Ds, starting from the bodily platform, then to the identity, and then to the journey. I want to take a moment to thank you all for being with me on this journey and really encouraging me and allowing me to be of service to you all. If you found any value on this program, I would really urge you to give us a feedback on any of these platforms. I've got a Facebook platform. I don't go personally as much on Instagram, but I'm fortunate to have a team that manages it for me. And of course, my YouTube channel. So if you can give any feedback, that'll be greatly appreciated. Every month, we are making a conscious effort to make a charity through my charity foundation, Circle of Life Foundation. And this month, for the month of March, we made a charity of $2,000 to the Bali Day Orphan Center. We sponsored two girls as well. The details of this is there on my website. So thank you so much for all the registrations that we get. We send the money to a charitable cause. The Circle of Life Foundation is committed to supporting children who are in underprivileged communities because they are the future. And the mission of the charity is to give back to the future. So without further ado, I want to say with a folded hands, that I'm so grateful for being there on this journey with me and allowing me to be of service. Radical Wellness Program will recommence again in the month of April, in the around the middle of April, but we will send out the dates for whoever is interested. As I said, I'm constantly looking for any ideas that you would like to discuss more of. Email me or any of those platforms that I just shared with you. Let me know, and I'd love to be in touch with you and work on and bring information to you in a way that will help you evolve. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, and we are going to get into a yoga mode. So I'll pause here for 30 seconds. I'll request you to get on your yoga mats, please, and we will start our yoga session. Thank you. All right, friends, if you're all ready, as you may have noticed, I've finally taken out my banner, which was there in the previous session. It was lying somewhere during the house shift. Finally found it, and I thought I'll bring it up. Um, so let's get started. I'm really excited to be doing this yoga session with you all. And I will start with the activation exercises. Give me 1 second. We will have some background music as well, just to sort of keep the mood. And so let's get started with, you know, first taking your toes, going up and down, beautiful. Let's keep going. And then your feet up and down, beautiful. And then flapping the feet alternately, feeling the sensation of this stretch in the muscles. Beautiful. Going up and down. Lovely. And then rotating in the clockwise direction. And then in the anti-clockwise direction. Feel the stretch in the calf muscles, in the ankle joints, and also in the muscles and the tendons. Next, stretch your arms all the way, making a circle. Beautiful. In the clockwise direction, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. And then in the opposite direction, keeping your elbows straight and making a circle around the knees. Beautiful. Next is bring your feet together, back straight, and we're going to do the butterfly session. Butterfly movement, in which what you're doing is you're holding your toes and you are gradually stretching the groin ligaments. It's an extremely beneficial exercise for activating the lymphatic glands. Then, if you are able to sit comfortably, you can sit with crossed legs, keep your spine straight, and what you're doing is hands in the front as if you're lifting a weight. Beautiful, up and down, up and down. And keep your hands here. Shoulder rotation movements going from in to out. Beautiful. In to out. In to out. One more time. In to out. Looking forward and gently rotating. Once now rotating from out to in. Out to in. Out to in. Beautiful. Then stretch your hands and make a fist and rotate from in to out. In and out. Beautiful. In and out. In the opposite direction now. Out to in. Out to in. Stretch your hands all the way. Take the fingers all the way up. Feel the stretch and then going all the way down. Once again, stretch all the way up and then down and then all the way up and then down. Beautiful. Next is hold one forearm with the other. Take it all the way above your forehead, above your head. Stretch it and pull it towards the right. Looking forward, keep your head straight. Pull, pull, pull. Your left hand is behind your left ear. Feel the stretch on the side of the body. Then slowly take it all the way to the right, as in all the way to the left, and your right arm is behind your right ear, and feel the stretch on the side of the body. Once again, now go to the other side, feel the stretch on the opposite side of the body, pull, 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 and now one more time, pull the hands onto the left side and feel the stretch on the side of the body. Beautiful. Excellent. Next is lock your hands together and press it against the forehead. Press, 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 and then relax. And one more time, press, press, press the two against each other and relax. Then go to the back of your head with the locked hands. Press the two against each other and relax. Once again, press the two against each other and relax. Next, take the right palm and press it against the right temple. Press and release. Press and release. Next is left hand. Press the left hand against the left temple and release. Press against each other and release. This completes our activation exercises. I'm going to get you now to lie down on the yoga mat, and I'm going to get you to slowly bend your knees. Let's do it together while I'm just bringing up some soft background music, just so that we're all able to relax into it and do it like a meditative practice. Let's do it as a meditative practice because that is what allows us to gain. So, knees bent all the way to the left and head tilt to the right. Feel the stretch on the side of the body and the lower back. Slowly bring it back and then tilt onto the right side. And the head tilts to the left. Feel the stretch in the lower back, side of the body and the side of the hands. Slowly come back again. Inhale and take the knees to the left. Hold your breath. And exhale as you come back into the neutral position. Next is put your feet 1 foot apart and slowly bend to the left. And try and see, and the head tilts to the right. Try and see if you can touch the right knee to the left heel. Feeling the stretch on the side of the body, lower back, and the side of the arms. Exhale as you come into the neutral position, and then inhale again and tilt your head to the left and the knees go to the right. Try and touch the left knee to the right heel. Feel the stretch in the lower back. Slowly come back. One more time. All the way to the left. Then the head tilts to the right. Excellent. One last time. Knees go to the left, right, and head tilts to the left. Your left knee is touching the right heel. Feel the stretch in the lower back and then slowly come back. Next, straighten your legs. Right leg will go up. All the way to the left. Your toes are touching the fingertips and the head tilts to the right. Feel the stretch in your lower back, the buttock and the thigh. Slowly come back into the neutral position. Left leg goes up, tilt all the way to the right, head tilts to the left. Feel the stretch in the gluteal area, lower back and the side of the body. Slowly come back into the neutral position. One more time. Right leg goes up, tilts to the left, head to the right. Slowly come back into the neutral position. Last time, left leg goes up, tilt all the way to the right, head tilts to the left. Feel the stretch. And then slowly come back into the neutral position. Next, hands go above your head. Toes all the way to the bottom. Stretch as if someone's pulling you from your hands and from your toes. Slowly inhale, hold your breath, lift your hands, lift your feet up, up, up. And the fingers are pointing towards the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come down. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale. Hold your breath. Hands go up. Head up. Feet go up. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Next, bring your hands under your buttocks. Support, the palms are facing the bottom, the yoga mat. We're going to be cycling in the air in the forward direction first. Inhale, take your feet up and start cycling. Forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow down, come down, catch your breath, inhale again, and then we're going to cycle in the backward direction. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring your feet down. Beautiful. Next, we're going to be making a circle in the sky using our feet. So we will gently rotate them in the clockwise and then in the anti-clockwise direction. So inhale, feet go up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. And bring your feet down. Once again, inhale, lift your feet up, and then in anti-clockwise direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Relax. Let your body settle down. And then what we do is, we are going to bend our feet and bring the feet together. And then slowly we're going to lift the pelvis up. Inhale, hands are where they are. Inhale and lift your pelvis up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly bring it down. Extremely beneficial exercise to reduce the strain on your lower back and strengthen the muscles in the lower back. Understanding, once again, inhale and then lifting it up. Lift up, and keep it straight. So your body is almost like a plank on an angle. Beautiful, stay there, and then lower down. Next, we're going to bend our knees like a baby in a rocking position. And we rock. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now you stand up and go on your tummy. And when you're on your tummy, support your head, support your chin with your palms and the elbow. Right leg goes up. Hold your breath and down. Left leg goes up. Inhale, hold your breath, and then it's down. It's the same principle that you follow all through. Once again, both feet go up now. Inhale, hold your breath, and then down. One more time. Inhale, hold your breath, and down. Next, we put both hands at the level of the shoulders. So bringing it at the level of the shoulders, and then inhale and slowly go up like the baby cobra pose. Feel the pressure in your lower back, elbows remain bent, slowly come down. Once again, inhale, lift the front of your body up. And then slowly come down. Beautiful. Next is we go up on our hands and on our knees. And the balancing exercises over here. Inhale, hold your breath, right hand and left leg. Hold it. Beautiful. And then slowly come down. Once again, inhale. Swap your hands, left hand and right leg up, balance, and then slowly down. Once again, inhale, right hand and left leg. Hold it there, looking forward. Beautiful. And one last time. Swap your hands and your legs. Hold your breath, stabilize, and then slowly come down. Next, cross your feet such that you are resting your bottom between your two heels. Slowly come up. Inhale as you go all the way up. Beautiful. And then slowly come forward. All the way. Your hands touch the yoga mat, then the elbows, and then your forehead. Beautiful. Once again, inhale, all the way to the back. And for those of you who cannot do this, just do it in the eye of your mind. Same beneficial effects as someone who's doing it physically. Beautiful. Bring your forehead down and then touch your nose to the yoga mat. Beautiful. Come back into the hands and the knees position. And we're going to straighten our knees now. Inhale and straighten your knees. Stand up, which means straighten your knees. You're in a pyramidal position. We'll take 5 steps in the forward direction towards our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Feel the stretch in the lower calf and the hamstrings. Extremely beneficial for the peripheral thumb. Next, once again, let's take 5 more steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Feel the stretch and slowly come down. Beautiful. This is going to be now, we're going to get on with our sun salutation exercises, friends. And I think I have told you about the breathing or the breath control, which I'll not go into it today, but it's a really valuable sort of, tool that you can do practically any time of the day. So I request you to face the yoga mat towards the east facing direction. And let's get on to the front end of the yoga mat so that we do this 12-step sun salutation in an attitude of gratitude to the giver of light and life, the sun. First step is hands in the folded position, then all the way to the back, then come forward. Number 3. Fourth is right leg goes to the back. Fifth is plank position. Sixth is the chin, the chest, and the knees are touching the ground. 7, all the way back with your elbows straight. 8 is pyramidal position. 9 is right leg comes forward. 10, both feet together. 11, all the way to the back. And 12 is prayer position. Let's do it together. Number 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Please remain in a standing position and join me to express a small prayer in an attitude of gratitude. O Divine Intelligence, O Mother Nature, and O Universal Intelligence, I thank you for allowing me such a beautiful day. Thank you for all your blessings of joy, happiness, abundance, prosperity, health, wealth, and wisdom. I thank you for allowing me the wisdom with which I can use the blessings that you bestowed upon me at the time of my birth in the form of riches, such that I'm able to control and direct my mind to the ends that I desire through your guidance and inspiration. I also thank you for helping me to align my thoughts, feelings, and actions such that I can plant seeds of love where there is anger, seeds of courage where there is fear, seeds of forgiveness where there is blame, and seeds of gratitude where there is guilt and shame. I thank you for the gift of self-realization and self-empowerment, for that is the ultimate goal of human life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, friends. I will pause the video here briefly so that we can get ready for yoga and for the meditation session. All right, friends, let's begin our meditation. Please seat yourself in a comfortable position. And towards the end of this meditation, you will notice a slight transition into a different song, and that is conscious, and it's a deliberate thing which I want to sort of play because it is something that is not only beautiful, but it'll allow you to tie everything together. So here we go. Sit down comfortably with your feet firmly planted on the ground and your hands resting on the palms or on your knees or locked together and resting on your lap. Try and avoid taking the back support. And take out this time from your busy schedule to spend it with the most important person in your life, and that is you, your higher self, your eternal companion, your best friend, and your ever well-wisher. Focus your attention to the bottom end of your spine and take 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold your breath. And slowly exhale, exhale, exhale. Once again, inhale. Hold your breath. And slowly exhale. One more time, inhale. Hold your breath. And slowly exhale. Now you can breathe normally and focus on my words. Focus your attention on the lower end of your spine, which is the seat of your stability, your security, and your foundational strength. It represents your connection with the ground, with the earth, and allows you to develop this inner knowing that you will be taken care of no matter what. Slowly move up your spine to the next level, which is the level of your connection with the people, the community, and the society that you're in. Understand that these people are in your life for a reason. And your relationship with them is an energetic exchange that is allowing you varied experiences. Some that you want and some that you don't want. But accepting in non-judgment. And the ability to step back and observe is a skill that can be learned through consistent practice and belief. Move up to the next level on your spine, which is the seat of your connection with yourself, seat of your intuition, your personal power. This is the center that allows you to develop your intuition, which is your own personal voice, your gut instinct. Bless this level. Move up to the next center, located behind your breastbone. The heart center, the seat of your emotions. As we have learned that the mind thinks, but the body feels, and our feeling can create our healing. If we know how to change the feeling, we can shift our energy from shrinking to expanding by the change of our emotional state. The heart center has got a beautiful electromagnetic field of its own that allows you to energetically connect with others who are in resonance with your emotional state. Bless this center and move up to the next center located in your throat. This is the seat of your expression and is represented by sound. Whenever you have suppressed yourself because of external situations or circumstances, or because of internal states of doubt and concern over what would others think or say, you have really suppressed your own personal voice. It is not about just impulsively speaking whatever you want to, but understanding that the key message that sits in your heart gets an expression, an oral expression, and that is called courage, and that is called the confidence of self-expression. This is also what leads to effective communication. Next, we move up to the energy center located between and behind your eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. That is so beautiful and so true. But understand that the eyes also gift you with vision of the future that lies ahead of you. Not just what has been manifested, but what you imagine in the eye of your mind, and making that more real such that you can focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. That is the art of co-creation. It's an art and there is science to it. And you are co-creating with the universal intelligence, which is there in you, all around you, and it expresses through you. Putting your trust and your belief in this universal intelligence is an act of courage. Slowly move up to the next energy center that is located at the top of your crown, the seat of your consciousness. And this consciousness is spread all over your body. This awareness creating a beautiful electromagnetic field all around you. This soft, beautiful white light that is translating the unknown, the unmanifest into a state of your reality. From the quantum, from the energetic state, it is being translated into matter. Unmanifest. See how you have been beautifully guided all through your life journey. To bring you to this beautiful experience of today that you're so blessed to be enjoying, taking part in, taking care of yourself, your physical, your mental, your spiritual, and your future self. With this knowing, with this firm belief that this creative state allows you to shift, allows you to pivot in situations and circumstances that are not conducive with your life mission, with your life purpose. Understanding that you are never alone. Your eternal companion, your best friend, your higher self is always with you, guiding you, nudging you to go and lead that life that you always imagined. Play full on and not half-heartedly. You came to this planet with closed fists, trying to hold on to everything that you could put your hands on. But when we leave with our hands open. We'll not be taking anything with us. We are only here to have the experience. And this experience is beautiful. This beautiful life journey has taken us on highways of success, joy, and happiness. And has sometimes taken detours through the dark alleys of pain and sorrow. But everything has happened for you and not to you. I'll just play slowly. Take your hands and fold it in a prayer position and slowly bring it up to your face and cover your eyes. Such that you cover your eyes and blink into the darkness of your palms. And now with closed eyes, rub your palms over your face as if you're smearing this beautiful energy on your head, on your neck, on your shoulders, on your chest, abdomen, pelvis, thighs, knees, and all the way down to your legs. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me for this meditation. I'll turn on the camera briefly. I sincerely hope that you've had some value out of this session. And if you have any questions, any comments, please feel free to get in touch with me. We will inform you of the next sessions when they are starting. It has been a thorough joy and a delight being with you on this journey. I thank you so much for your presence, and I wish you all the very best from my heart to yours. Take care and stay safe.